Hello lovely people and welcome to 2022. She says a couple of weeks into 2022. Oh well, it's fine. Here's my first video of the new year. And of course I thought it was very important that we start with the annual goals and wishes video. We didn't actually do one last year as the first video back of the year because instead my first video was surprise, we're having a baby, which was a pretty good one. Come on, we got pregnant, hit it, surprise, a baby. Not doing that again this year. Although who knows, the baby number 2, we might do a surprise. So might keep you on your toes there. Subscribe, click the notification bell. You know, also for good video content, not just because I might spring another baby on you at any point. But no, what we're going to be doing in this video is talking through my kind of goals, wishes, things I would like to happen in this year. I don't tend to set resolutions just because I think a resolution is like quite a hard and fast thing, and also something that you, I don't know, something that you break, and it involves like willpower, and my personal philosophy is that you should work with yourself and your body, your mind, rather than trying to force it and mold it into doing things that you don't necessarily want to do. So instead I've gone with some positives, things that I like and would like to happen and hope to work towards. Number 1, leave the country. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is probably high up there on a number of people's lists. As a vulnerable individual, COVID has meant my world has got quite a bit smaller, and every time I leave the house it's kind of a big deal for me, actually. And then every time I leave the city in which I live, it's a really, really big deal. I've got to say, it's starting to feel quite small. Was kind of developing a little bit of agoraphobia last year when the pandemic was quite intense in last year was 2021. I don't even know the years anymore. My god. Anyway, and it's still not great in that I am not brilliant when I'm not with Claudia. She's the sort of key to my agoraphobia, we would say. So I'm fine in the house by myself. I'm never by myself, that's a terrible explanation. But I'm fine in the house. I'm okay if she's not in the house. When it comes to leaving the house, unless it's with Claudia, not great. Unless, caveat, I'm holding on to Rupert's buggy. That's my thing. So I can walk around the block pushing Rupert in his buggy, and we are kind of okay as long as nobody attempts to stop me and talk to me, and I don't have to like go into a place or out of the route that was expected in my mind. Wow, I thought this was getting better, hang on. And then when we're in a crowded place or somewhere that I'm like, I don't know if I'm super safe here, I kind of need to be pushing with agency his buggy in order to feel okay. And then she needs to be there as well. Yeah, so I could really do with this pandemic being over so that I don't need to feel the fear anymore. Did get better though with having a vaccine. Has improved that fear for me, because now I actually do leave the house, so that's good. But the actual goal was to leave the country. Normally, in other years, we love to travel. We especially love to go and visit Claudia's family in Malaysia. Our plan was after we got married that we would go to visit Malaysia every 2 years, especially once we had children, because we would always want them to be connected to that part of their heritage. And now we have Rupert, and he is an actual little person. That's obviously really important. It is, however, a very long flight. Also, Malaysia aren't letting people from England into the country at the moment. Yeah, England's doing so well. We're really managing it, guys. Well done. So, positive spin. So, we would like to start him off, do a little trial run, take Rupert abroad, somewhere nice, somewhere sunny, get a little bit of that, winter sun, which is also really good for Claudia's SAD. So really, you know, helping everyone's mental state, help Rupert experience planes for the first time. I went on a plane for the first time when I was 6 months old, and he is now 7 months old. So by possibly going to Tenerife, maybe? Because we booked a holiday to Tenerife for my birthday, which is the end of January 25th, 1 month after Christmas Day. For those of you who don't have it marked in your calendars. Yeah, I booked that last year when I paralysed myself for a few weeks and was like, whoa, Claudia really needs a break, poor girl. And then, you know, Omicron. So we'll see whether we're actually allowed to leave the country. But if not, hopefully soon, which is why it's a goal. Number 2, write a book. Goodness. Those of you who may have watched this in previous years are like, sounds familiar. Yes, I know it does, I know. Maybe this year, slightly edging further forwards in this plan than previous years, wink wink, because I'm actually in talks about this with a publisher even. I just need to keep revising it until they like it enough. And hopefully I will have more information on it to share with you soon. But it will be a book for children because I've been really inspired by reading books to Rupert. It's one of my favourite things to do. One of my favourite bonding moments with him. And he is obsessed with books, my god. Oh, I think his first word's actually going to be book. He's really working on being able to say the word book as well. He's very cute, and he wakes up every morning and attempts to launch himself towards his stack of books to make me read one to him. So books, his favourite thing. So I'm going to write him a series of books, and maybe they'll get published, or maybe I will just have a thing to give Rupert, and it will be like a little family book series. Also, yay, and you should please buy it. Doesn't even exist yet, but I hope you like it. Speaking of Rupert, I really wanted to include him in this video, but then I also don't have any expectations for him, I realised, because I don't want to put any expectations on him. I was trying to think, like, what would my expectations be for Rupert? Do I have a goal for like, oh, I want him to be crawling by this stage, I want him to be walking by then, and I'm like, well, not really, no, because, you know, he'll just do things when he does things, really, his own pace. So I do have goals for my own parenting. So one of my goals is that I, in the summer, was going with Claude and Rupert for their morning walk every day, and I really was benefiting from doing that. I think it was really, really lovely to spend that time with them. It was a great way to start my day. He does nap for a lot of that time. That's where he has his morning nap. But just to spend the first part of that before he naps, when he's just kind of looking around, looking at the trees, just experiencing the world and smiling up at you, to have that time with him, that was beautiful. So I'd like to be doing that again with him. But in winter it's obviously a little bit harder for me because it's quite cold, and if it's wet that can be quite painful. So my goal is that in every day that it's not raining and really adverse weather that I know is going to make me feel very ill and kind of deplete my spoons, that I will go out with him. Oh, I have another parenting goal, which is that I really want to take Rupert to ballet class, but I haven't had the energy. It's always on a Monday, and I'm always really tired on a Monday, and they're like drop-in sessions. Generally in the morning on a Monday I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it. So what I need to do is do less on a Sunday so that I am on a Monday morning ready to go off to ballet with my boy. I don't know if the mums do ballet. Maybe it's just the babies. I hate how things are called mums and babies. Also, I hate that as well, because then everyone's going to ask me like, what was your delivery like? I'll be like, oh, well. Oh, although, very fun fact, someone today who we actually know did spend a good 5 minutes, we haven't seen him since Rupert was little, staring at Rupert, staring at the two of us, and then went, whose egg did you use again? And we were like, flattered. So yeah, apparently Rupert looks like a blend of the two of us in such a confusing way that people can't tell. And number 4, while we're on the subject of babies and also travel, I would like to fly to Valencia to visit Clara and Evelina and see their baby when it comes in May. And it's going to be so cute, and Rupert is going to have a little Spanish-Swedish cousin. It could be adorable. And I miss Clara very much. And it's very sad having a best friend in another country, especially in COVID times, because again, you cannot see them much. But thank goodness for the wonders of the internet. Number 5, I would like to work with Diet Coke. Is this a goal for this year? Is this a goal for my life? I think Diet Coke already sponsor my life. They're not aware of it yet, but they do. That's a handy prop. Added in. I have a thing called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. which basically means that the veins in my body don't constrict properly. There's a longer explanation. I have a whole video about it. You can click here in this card. Basically, how your body should work is that when you stand up, veins and arteries in your legs constrict and blood flow goes back up into your body, into the top part of your body, right? It's all moving around. It's all pumping, the heart's going, it's all good. Yeah, here we are. However, when you have POTS, what happens is you stand up and those veins down there, they can't be arsed. They're not doing anything. All that blood just pooling. It's just in your feet. Brilliant. Turning purple. It's great. And then you faint because the blood's not come all the way back up to your head yet. You stand up and you go, pfft. But you know what is good? Diet Coke. It's a vasoconstrictor. So it makes those little veins constrict. Excellent. Really works. You know what else Diet Coke is good for? Stopping you from feeling nauseous. I have tried so many different antiemetics. Oh my god, I've been prescribed them all. That one that dissolves under your tongue and makes you feel like a rat crawled in there and died. Yeah, I've tried it. Doesn't work. Still feel sick because a rat crawled into my mouth and died. The pastel one that's like supposed to be chewy and nice. No, didn't work. Still sick. But you know what does work? Diet Coke. You know what also tastes quite nice? Diet Coke. You know what you can find everywhere when you're the person who can't drink alcohol or sugar? Diet Coke. I could go on. I'm a brilliant spokeswoman for Diet Coke. So I think we're on 6, but I've lost track. So one of my goals for 2021, a silent goal because I didn't tell anyone, was to get to 900,000 subscribers, and it happened in 2022. But it was the 4th of January, so we'll just, you know, shuffle it. It is before Chinese New Year. That counts. So that means that this year we should just set a new goal. So I like to do a subscribers goal in these videos just because the first one went so funny. I set a goal to reach 20,000 subscribers, I think, and I reached 200,000. That was just innately hilarious to me. So I don't know. It feels weird to say it, right? It feels silly to say it. It feels, I mean, do we do it? Do we say it? Maybe 2022 is the year of a million? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. So my plan for the channel going forwards is that I'm going to be making 2 videos a week from here on out. They're going to be coming out on Tuesdays and Fridays to the best of my ability. Unless, you know, illness, injury, baby related drama, I fall over and smack my head, that comes under injury. Oh, personal life issues, that's a thing. But otherwise, 2 videos a week, that's the idea. I'm also going to be doing shorts, probably somewhere in the region of like 2 or 3 a week, kind of they're scattered here and there. One thing that I'm doing with shorts is Queer History 101s, which I was doing over on my TikTok. But I'm going to be bringing all of that over here onto my YouTube platform and then continuing the series here on shorts on YouTube. And in terms of video content, in the longer form videos, you're going to be getting pretty much the same kind of variety stuff as you have before. It's going to be longer versions of the queer history stuff. There's also going to be some fashion content, a little bit of vintage fashion, but more vintage fashion would be in the shorts. But I find like the longer form vintage fashion stuff, people aren't quite as interested in seeing from me, and is also quite exhausting for me to make. I find it much less exhausting to make shorter things because, you know, I'm getting dressed anyway. Might as well make a little film thing as I get dressed. So also, as always, you can expect disability content. We'll be making videos about disability history. My historical profiles series will still be here. If there's anybody you would like me to profile, please let me know in the comments down below. It's not just disabled icons that we look at in the historical profile series. We of course look at LGBT icons, and of course the big new thing content-wise that appeared during the last half year, and I'm going to talk about more this year, is parenting and how that intersects with disability and LGBTQ+ identities and, well, my identity, my life. I actually recently had an idea that every month I'm going to put a post on the community tab where you can write in and let me know any suggestions that you have for upcoming videos and things that you would like to see. And that way you can all upvote each other's posts, and whichever sort of rises to the top, it's going to be easiest for me to get my attention, rather than if people leave it in the comments, because sometimes they just get lost and they can be really, really amazing ideas, but I just can't see it because it's got drowned out by lots and lots of other comments. I think that's going to be the best way. Posted the first one already, so head over to the community tab now if you've got an idea, and I'm very, very intrigued to read. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really, really happy to be going into 2022 with you. And thank you so much to the members of the Kellgren-Fozard Club for supporting the channel, for being here, for always being amazing human beings. And I will see you in my next video, which will be out this Friday. Mwah! Bye guys!